Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day, morning, or afternoon, whenever you might be listening to this. So up first, in a few days, I believe actually Wednesday, I think it starts November 1st to be exact, somewhere around there will be an event called DevCon, that is Developers Conference, and this will be taking place in Mexico. So at the very forefront of this event, or one of the headliners or one of the top things that people will be talking about is Ethereum. As it seems, all eyes are on them at the moment because a lot of people are looking forward to this event, and even more so, people are looking forward to what the Ethereum team will be announcing, that is, if anything at all will be announced. There are a lot of people who are looking forward to the potential projects that could be talked about with Ethereum. There's always something going on with Ethereum. There's just a lot going on, but there's a lot of talk recently amongst developers and investors who aren't exactly sure why Ethereum has staggered in price the way that it has. It went up to 400 and then now is constantly floating around 300. Projects are, they are moving ahead as planned, even though sometimes not as quick as other people would like them, but they are moving along. But I think a lot of people are a bit upset around May or June when the price started kind of shooting up. Everybody was waiting for the flippening to happen, that is for Ethereum to take the #1 spot above Bitcoin, thus becoming the strongest and greatest coin in the world. But this event never took place. The price went to 400 and slowly started sliding down. So especially after a really huge bull run from 8 to 400 and then back to 300, everyone's kind of anticipating what's next for this big project that everyone has super high hopes for. So one of the biggest things that people are hoping will be discussed at DevCon are any potential strides that Ethereum has made or has started making or is making towards switching to proof of stake. We've known for a while that mining in general is extremely costly, and the fact that we had word of this for a couple months now that they were moving towards proof of stake, we haven't really gotten any concrete news as to when this is going to happen, because this is a big driver of what people think will raise the Ethereum price, because when you stake your coins with Ethereum, you will have to essentially lock them up in a certain way in order to claim your stake, thus decreasing the amount of Ethereum that's floating around in the ecosystem, which will cause, a price to rise. Everyone's also waiting for more information on how they plan on making Ethereum more anonymous, which is also a really big thing, because this is also expected to push up the price once people have a more anonymous and pretty much something that can't be tracked. And of course, last but not least, is what plans or what is going on with making Ethereum more scalable. This is literally the biggest issue, I think, right now for a lot of coins. A lot of coins are working toward this. A lot of coins say that they can do this. As Ethereum's growth explodes and as it becomes more popular and is now well solidified in the second place position on CoinMarketCap, not everyone around the world, but a lot of people now know what Ethereum is. And the fact that when millions of people start using this technology on a daily basis, you have to make sure that the system can hold everyone that is using it. You don't want any crashes. You don't want anything to be messed up. This is why I said it's fine that they're taking a while, but I think when these projects are becoming so huge that they forget that they also have to speak to their investors. They also have to speak to the normal people, because everybody wants to know, hey, what's going on with your project and what's going on with our money that we have invested into you. So at the moment, a huge part of what will be spoken about is completely speculative, but people are assuming that because Ethereum is pretty much the headliner for this, one of the major headliners, that we're expecting news of upcoming improvements and any type of news about upgrades. And this is pretty much what everyone is looking for. This happens in a couple days. So I don't know if it'll do anything to the price, but it's nice to have an event where they kind of tell everyone what's going on. It's kind of getting annoying. All these coins aren't really saying what's happening on a constant basis. So next up, I feel like this is something that is, me personally, I feel like this is all leading up to something, because kind of every day now we're getting more and more news about this. It seems like every country every day seems to be talking about exactly what they're going to be doing with cryptocurrencies. So Vietnam's central bank has declared that all cryptocurrencies are prohibited as a method of payment within the country. There was a document that was released today by the central bank that listed and approved all forms of non-cash payments within the country. So cash is obviously still fine because it's issued by them. But for the non-cash payments, they have written down that checks are fine, payment orders are fine, as well as cards, both debit and credit. And you may have noticed that cryptocurrencies were not listed anywhere on this document. So they are then by default seen as the legal methods of payment within the country. So details of penalties, as far as if you use them, are very similar to those of Indonesia, who We were talking about them just a few days ago. They said that people will be dealt with if they use cryptocurrencies, which is very ominous. Vietnam has said that any use of illegal means of payment, which pretty much entails Bitcoin and other digital currencies, will incur a fine of $9,000 if they have found out that you are doing so. And that by January 1st, 2018, the act of issuing or using an illegal means of payment may lead to prosecution. I know this might sound a bit weird to some people, but I actually feel like we have entered the point of no return. We are no longer at a point where Bitcoin is something that can be ignored. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have gotten so large that they're literally now seen as a threat to countries all around the world. When you have to threaten prosecution or that people will be dealt with because of sending internet money back and forth to each other, you can kind of tell that things have switched and things have gotten pretty serious from what they were before. We're really close to 2018, and 2018 is expected to be a major year for cryptocurrencies. There are tons of projects, tons of new upgrades, tons of price predictions that are happening and going all over the place. If Bitcoin is just floating around 6,000 right now, it makes me really wonder exactly how countries will react when Bitcoin hits $10,000 or $20,000 potentially by next year, because I think 10,000 is like the magic number. I think 6,000, 7,000, these are crazy, crazy numbers, but we know that we're going to hit 10,000 soon. And I think that's the point where money that we've never seen before is going to start flowing into the market, because everybody is going to want a piece of the money. Like, everyone's going to start wanting it. So I think very, very soon, I think the entire crypto world is going to completely change, but I'm glad we're all along for the ride. Alrighty guys, that's definitely going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys got something from it. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.